little more smooth. One thing, in order to make sure everyone can hear me, I will wait until the last one come here and start to talk. Second, so what's the function? What's the building function? Yes?
Bank.
A bank? Supreme Court, exactly. Yeah, it's a court. You see on top of the pediment, a goddess of Themis. She is the ancient goddess of Themis from Greek, goddess of justice. Under her, the biggest structure is the coat of arms. I think most of you, if you're from Commonwealth, you know who is running the business here. It's called coat of arms. UK, we, Hong Kong, were under the British rule before 1997. Okay. It was the Supreme Court, the highest locally, but not overall Hong Kong. Overall, we have to escalate back to London. You understand? Everything we have to escalate back to London. But today, this is final court of appeal. That means we don't need to escalate anything lower to London or neither to Beijing. Some people misunderstand. We need to escalate back to London or Beijing. But no. Okay? Today is final court of appeal. Talking about this law, back to the 1980s, there was a discussion between the Britain and China government about the future of Hong Kong, which was unavoidable. But the discussion was really challenging because Hong Kong were under the British rule for 160 years, which we call capitalism. Okay, freedom of trade, freedom of money, freedom of speech. Okay, but China in the 80s, they just rejoined the world. They're running the socialism, communism. Think about if you were the rich Hong Kong people in the 1980s, seeing Hong Kong will be part of China in the 1997. Are you afraid? Sure. Because you don't sure what will change. So a lot of people actually they immigrated to other countries. Canada, US, Australia, UK. But anyway, the handover was successful later. Okay, back to the discussion. Even though it's challenging, but the former Prime Minister at that time called Deng Xiaoping, he proposed, never in the world, one country, two systems. No high buildings, only 10 stories, I remember. So the first time brought me here when I was 7 years old, and I saw this building. You see one skyscraper in the middle of this photo. It's just one. I never. And I dig into details about this building in the library. It's called Courthouse. That time, today it's called Jardine House. 52 stories, the highest building in Asia in the 1970s. Highest. So I never forgot it. But now, definitely, this is not the high building. Now, after 50 years, 40 years, I want you to guess how many buildings are taller than the Jardine House today. Just rough guess. 35.
120.
120 more. 150 more. 100 is too much. You already passed the line. Okay, 200. 200. Now, 200 buildings taller than Jardine House. Hong Kong is a Guinness record. 669 skyscrapers taller than 150 meters. Number 1 in the world. And New York is number 3. And guess who is number 2?
Shanghai.
Close. No. Shenzhen. The city next to Hong Kong. A very young city. They have also 600 plus building already higher than 150 meters. Yes, second.
Hong Kong
So I want you to know you are in a very cool place. From nothing, a barren rock, to number 1 skyscrapers in the world in 180 years.
You said Hong Kong was number 1?
Hong Kong is number 1.
Oh, Hong Kong is number 1. New York is number 3. Second is Shenzhen.
Shenzhen is number 2. New York is number 3. Okay. Hong Kong has 669 buildings. And then last, I want to show you my apartment. I'm living in these residential skyscrapers. 60 plus buildings, taller than Jardine House. I'm living in 23rd floor.
25th?
23rd. I want you to know that Hong Kong, not the tallest building now. The tallest building is number 13 in the world. There are more new coming. But we have even residential skyscrapers, which is not common in other countries. Because you don't need such a damn place. You have plenty of space. For Hong Kong, it's just very small place. We have to accommodate 7.5 million people. That's why we build a lot of high residential. 7.5 million people buildings in Hong Kong in 1,100 square kilometers. But frankly speaking, just 20-30% of residential buildings. You see a lot of greenery, a lot of green. Hong Kong has 40% country park, mountains, country parks. So leaving only 30% land, around 300 square kilometers of residential and commercial district. So that's make us the most densely populated city in the world.
You say it was 20 to 30% of the buildings were residential.
I mean, 20-30% of the land are residential and commercial land.
Do you know how
And
many of the
most are-
skyscrapers would be residential?
Oh, then I don't have the exact figures.
Yeah.
You can Google it. Actually, all in the Google. Okay, let's move this way. This is to hang the leaf to clean window. But nobody saw them using it to clean windows. And you don't need such a big structure to hang the small leaf. Right? What are these? No further comment. But from your observation, what does it look like? Two big cannons pointing to Bank of China. Wow, they use a sword and they use two cannons to see who are strongest. So you see how crazy the Hong Kong rich people, even the Chinese or even the Westerners, they did excellent work, invisible energy. Okay, and then believe it or not, the war is ended by this middle building. You see now the middle building arose in 2000. This building is the headquarters of the richest, wealthiest Hong Kong local called Lee Ka-shing. He's 97 years old. He's headquarters in the middle. And this building, usually you will face the harbor like this. Why? Because you will enjoy a better view. But it changed 49 degrees like this. And then the outlook, does it look like a very strong armor? Like a shield? Because doing this way, the building can divert the sword negative energy away from itself, and also the cannon energy away from itself. That makes him can survive in the middle of two negative powers. So an excellent master helped him to build the middle building, and he's been doing this middleman role since then. He's also always playing this middleman role until a few years ago. You may have some news. Recently, he's in trouble. Have you know? Do you know? You don't know. Yeah, in the Panama Channel, Donald Trump asking the Chinese to sell the terminal, two big terminals owned by him. Actually, he's already agreed to sell to this channel and also 43 other overseas container terminals to a big US company.